You dealing with a young 20-year-old conniving, manipulative, low-down, white. I'm talking about a dirty. You all know better, Shannon. Much as you talking, like you say you won't even get on the elevator with a woman by yourself. How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old, damn near teeny bop, little old young white get you 50 mil?
Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, you know, it didn't happen that way.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your get your old out there that can love you. You trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. Come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember, I told you the story from when I'm in the...
Shannon Sharpe didn't hold back at all when Charleston White went all in on him. He mentioned Shannon's abrupt departure from ESPN and the reported $23 million payoff, claiming that Shannon put himself in this predicament. Charleston claims that a woman was involved in the beginning of this disaster, and now it's sweeping the internet. Following a $50 million private settlement of a lawsuit, Shannon was fired from ESPN, a story that made headlines everywhere. There have been rumors for months that the Gabriela Zuniga case was more complicated than it initially seemed. The OnlyFans model made allegations of emotional distress, abuse, and even that Shannon touched her. She then made public a phone tape of their chat, in which Shannon didn't come out as composed or innocent. His tone sounded hostile, which only helped the tale gain more traction.
Everything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice.
Shannon went online to defend himself as soon as the news was published. He portrayed the lawsuit as a money grab and said he had nothing to do with the charges. He claimed that there was no misconduct and that everything that occurred between him and Gabriela was reciprocal. Additionally, he redirected attention on lawyer Tony Busby, claiming that the lawyer had a history of focusing on affluent black men. Shannon brought up the fact that Busby has previously targeted celebrities like Diddy and Jay-Z. For him, this was about dismantling powerful and wealthy people rather than about justice. He even declared his intention to take Gabriela to court for defamation.
It's all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down.
However, according to recent allegations, Shannon secretly gave $23 million to end the matter. According to rumors, he and Gabriela came to a private deal about that sum. Insiders say he initially attempted to offer her a $10 million bargain at the start of the litigation, which makes it even more outrageous. She declined, citing invoices and other supporting documentation. In the future, she receives more than twice that amount, keeps the $23 million, and even abandons her OnlyFans job. Being himself, Charleston White jumped in and spoke exactly what many people were already considering. He ridiculed Shannon for defying his own counsel to avoid encounters with white women and asked, Why he would pay if he was genuinely innocent.
You all know better, Shannon. Much shit is you talking, like you say you won't even get on the elevator with a woman by yourself. How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old, damn near teeny bop, little old young white get you 50 mil? You offered a pink toe Peckerwood 10 million. Boy.
It just doesn't add up, Charleston remarked. According to him, Shannon abandoned the streets a long time ago. The hood and the actual ones he used to run with were gone. He put on that outfit, entered the business world, and believed that nothing could harm him. Charleston, however, stated that the game always bounces back, and right now it's hitting hard. He referred to Shannon as stupid for believing he was too intelligent to be detected slipping. He pursued someone who had every motive to turn the tables on him rather than remaining with ladies who shared his lifestyle.
I'm the unk with the game. That's why I stay at the strip club with real. When you dealing with whole problems, you ain't got these problems. You dealing with these little just trying to hit a lick. You dealing with a young 20-year-old conniving, manipulative, low-down, white. I'm talking about a dirty funk.
Let's go on to the lawsuit that caused everything to fall apart. Charleston pointed out that this Gabriella isn't even the same person from Shannon's clumsy September Instagram live, thus it appears to be a cycle rather than random. Shannon, meanwhile, is on tape expressing regret and attempting to act as though he was the one who was harmed. After ESPN fired him, you most likely heard his apologies if you've been following along. When he went live, he addressed his brother Sterling directly and begged for forgiveness for stealing his shine. This occurred as a result of ESPN firing him just prior to Sterling's induction into the Hall of Fame. Additionally, he turned to the supporters and apologized for disappointing them.
Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so, as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been.
Charleston, however, wasn't buying it. He claimed that it was too late to correct the mistakes that had already been made and referred to Shannon's apologies as medication after death. He said Shannon ought to have paid attention to Monique's warning to avoid the young ladies. Charleston claimed they were just waiting for the right chance to take advantage the moment Shannon slipped.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your get your old out there that can love you. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
And even Cat Williams told him directly on Club Shay, leave those white girls alone. But Shannon brushed it off, laughing like the warning didn't apply to him. He believed he was in charge and pretended to be untouchable. In reality, he wasn't running the game at all. He was the one being played.
Get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go, see, come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember, I told you the story from when I'm in the...
Charleston never really liked Shannon from the start. He claims Shannon always had a problem with him because Charleston spoke his mind without holding back. Charleston's been calling out NFL players for a while, saying most of them were just big athletes with no real voice. He even criticized Deion Sanders, comparing him to a modern-day Bill Cosby, saying they were all putting on this polished TV image while staying disconnected from real culture.
Shannon Sharpe, he really don't like me. I done call all the football players, me and big old dumb stupid ass. So I done offended and insulted everybody. Yeah. But you gotta understand, homie, I done said some horrible things about Dion and the boys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this an alumni.
Yeah, that's why.
I said some horrible things about Dion is the modern day Bill Cosby and them boys is Theo Huxtable and yeah, man.
Yeah, well,
he's the modern day of that. You know, this is who we, you know, so we idolize this family. Dion is the ideal father in the black community. This is, yeah. So, and here I am attacking him in his toe, in his boys.
Shannon wasn't feeling it. He couldn't stand Charleston keeping it unfiltered while he stayed polished for TV, but Charleston didn't hold back. He said straight up, if you've left the streets, you're no longer protected, and now Shannon's learning the hard way. Not just losing his ESPN spot, but insiders claim he might have also missed out on a $100 million media deal, all behind a snow bunny. Shannon wasn't just some sports commentator either. He was a whole brand with podcasts, endorsements, and media appearances stacked up. Now it's all shaky because he didn't stop to think twice. One wrong move, and everything started falling apart. The internet is running wild with it too. People are saying Shannon ended up giving away more in that settlement than he ever made during his NFL run. They are clowning him, saying he paid an OnlyFans model like she was a Super Bowl champ. All this drama could have been avoided if he had just listened and kept things low-key. But instead, he went chasing young, flashy, and risky. One comment hit hard, saying he paid her more than his whole NFL career. No way he's innocent. Another wrote, Shannon, this wouldn't have happened if you just listened to Amanique. Someone else said bluntly, he still doesn't get it. Sometimes you have to stay quiet. He set himself up, and the real sting? It's not even the $23 million, it's that everything he built after football now has cracks in it. In this industry, cracks don't heal quickly, especially when the streets don't have your back anymore. So now the big question is, did Shannon destroy himself chasing the wrong type? Or is Charleston just doing what he always does, stirring things up? Is this karma coming full circle, or was it a setup from the start? Let me know your take in the comments, and if you're rocking with this breakdown, hit that like, subscribe, and check out the next video waiting for you.